Hi, thank you for joining me. My name is Christoph from CBR Technology. We are located in California. I want to show you the latest Business Central version 24 product with the Copilot enabled functionality. Obviously, Copilot named for Microsoft's AI technology. You can tell right at the beginning here at the taskbar that there's a new icon that was not there before, and it essentially gives you the ability to interact with the Copilot product directly. If you had a microphone connected to it, you could, of course, dictate a prompt into the system as well. And I'm showing you a few examples of some of the things you can do with Copilot now in this product. You may soon expect much further enhancements in this area from Microsoft that will be rolling out in purchasing, accounts payable, and other parts of the system as well. This was an example in plain English on how do I adjust inventory on hand for my item 1928, which of course is an item in your Kronos USA sample company, and it will tell you exactly how this is done in the system, including a link to the Learn portal as well. The new Copilot also has the ability to explain things to you directly inside of Business Central now. So for example, explain landed cost to me for those folks that need to deal with landed costs in the distribution wholesale industries or manufacturing of acquisition of raw materials. You might need to understand this concept quite clearly, and here you have a quick synopsis on how landed cost can affect your item costing structure, as well as a link to the Microsoft Learn portal for additional information. And then finally, you can actually interact with data inside of your system. So what I mean by that is I'm actually looking to find information that is current and relevant in my database. In this case, I asked the system to find me all customers that currently owe me money. So this may be a very plain English language query that you create, and the Copilot will parse this out, understand that you're talking about customers, understand that you're looking for balances on customers, and as I write this in plain English, it will then translate that into a proper view, including the ability to actually see the customer ledger entries directly on the page. As you can see here, you have the full detail provided to you inside of Business Central. So this is the main Copilot function here. There's 4 more in additional transactional details that I'd like to show you. The next one is the creation of text. So in Business Central, we added the ability to interact with Shopify and other e-commerce platforms, of course, and as such, you might have some additional text that is beyond the basic description of the product. And in here you have now a new feature where you can have the software generate a suggestive marketing text based on the attributes in the system. So in here you can get some text that gets generated automatically based on the attributes programmed, include full programming capabilities, hyperlinks, insert, and images as well. Also noteworthy here is that you can change the language model that is being used and regenerate additional versions of this text on the fly, and once you like what you see, simply say keep it, and it will update the marketing text for you automatically. So that's the marketing text feature inside of Business Central. Again, that's a new feature in the Copilot module. Next one I'd like to show you is the sales order screen, and this is quite significant functionality because obviously this is used quite often by many of our distribution, wholesale, and manufacturing clients. After you select the initial customer here, you can then go into the Copilot functionality, that's a new feature in here, and use your language to simply describe what are you looking for. So in my case, I'm putting in language that says add a London chairs and some Paris chairs based on the description, and I'm also providing quantities that I'd like to add. So 2 of one and 3 of the other. And once you hit the Copilot link here, it will look through the item database, identify the correct items, and then insert them on the fly to the sales order, as you can see here with the proper quantities. So that's a very cool functionality. In addition to that, I wanted to show you a more complex example as well, though, because that's relatively straightforward, some of you might argue. And I want to show you a more sophisticated example where I'm actually not using any description, but I'm using item part numbers. And to make this more interesting and more real world example, I'm using the customer's part numbers, not my part numbers. So I might have gotten an email from a customer saying, hey, give me a couple of my ADA 1002 and 100 item numbers and add them to the order as well. And as you can see here now, again, it properly identified these items using the item reference feature that has been Business Central for years, but this is of course also being used by the Copilot module as well. So it's very, very impressive functionality provided by this system. Finally, I also wanted to show you just the listing page capabilities. So for example, if I go to my item listing page here, and I now have a new icon in the listing pages as well, as you can see here, the Copilot icon, and I want to do a more sophisticated search in here, which would be something again written in plain English. And in my case here, I want to do a conference bundle that sells for less than $1,500, and I'm simply going in here and putting that into the software prompt for Copilot. Copilot will translate this after it runs it through the large language model and identifies the correct information you're looking for. So it found 2 items of our conference bundles that are below $1,500 selling price, and it properly and quickly identifies them in the item listing page. Another one I wanted to show you real quick is on the customer listing page. I have some limited selection in here. So let me go back in here. I only have 5 customers, so this it's not going to be as impressive as a search. But again, I want to show you how the large language model translates my queries for me automatically. And in my case, I'm going to look for all customers where the total sales exceed 150K. And now it goes and finds that accordingly and finds me those customers where that is the case, and I can of course drill down on the details. So again, very impressive. Throughout all listing pages I can use these sort of capabilities. Finally, a new feature in Business Central 24 that some of you have asked for some time, and for those new folks amongst you, is a very impressive feature, I believe, and that is the option to do a search function here in the system. So when I go to my master search and I'm searching for a company-wide search, I can actually search through company data. One of the things that you have control over is what parts of the system is being looked at, and you can enable or disable that quite quickly, and you can change your role as to who you are. Like, so if you go, for example, accounts payable, you may only see AP or purchasing related transactional details and no customer searches, but only vendor searches, and you can set up multiple profiles for people that are searching for things. In my case, I'm pretending to be a business executive, and I'm looking through everything in the system, and so I can define what this is in here, and I can simply search for data. For example, if I'm looking for an invoice from a vendor, so a vendor calls me or emails me and says, hey, what's going on with this, I can quickly find the information. It's a customer transaction, so I can quickly drill down on the details of this and show the document with a couple of clicks, including the ability to see any sort of attachments, which of course would be a purchase order provided by the customer. Back in my search feature, I can also search for something that has been commonly requested by many of our customers, and that is the ability to search not just for our internal document numbers, but also for PO numbers. So in here, for example, you see the customer provided me with the PO number 1234, and this system quickly finds the PO number document that's related to this PO, which is this particular invoice. And of course, noteworthy is it's doing an in-string search, so it's finding PO 1234, even though I only typed in 1234. So this is a quick synopsis of what Business Central can do in the new version 24 that's being rolled out to the United States in May of this year, 2024. And CBR Technology is a Business Central partner that specializes in the implementation of this product in primarily distribution, wholesale, and manufacturing industries, although we have a fair amount of construction clients as well. Looking forward to hearing from you. Please visit us at cbrtechnology.com, and we'll love to start talking about your project. Take care.